This is some sad news.
Oh,
Activision puts Crash Bandicoot 4 dev Toys for Bob on Call of Duty Warzone development duty. Um, so so those, did you play Crash Bandicoot 4?
I am actually not a Crash fan. I've actually
Okay,
never really gotten into Crash Bandicoot.
okay. So let me read this here. However, California-based Toys for Bob's appears to have suffered staff exits as part of this shift. Character designer and illustrator Nicholas Cole, who worked at Toys for Bob up to January on Crash Bandicoot 4, and before that, the Spyro Reignited trilogy, which is really good. It's the end of an era, but I wish my former coworkers still with Toys for Bob all the best with what's ahead. Um, Everyone I interfaced with and worked along was let go. I'm very glad it's not a total shuttering. So it looks like not only did they switch the team over to work on Call of Duty, but they just let go a ton of talented people. Um, Now, I don't know if Crash Bandicoot didn't sell well. Honestly, I have no idea. I did not look up the sales numbers for that game. Me personally, I played that game and I streamed that game a lot on Twitch. Um, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I beat the game last year. Great game. Lots of so much content in that game. It's one of the few games recently that's come out that was like 100% done and just had tons of content.
Nice.
Um, to 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 110%, I forget the number. It's like 106% or something. But to 100% that game is insane, and you could tell that the amount of work and dedication that team put into that game was amazing. But sadly, that team no longer exists. And whatever's left over is now working on a Call of Duty season. So unfortunately, we're starting to see this with Sony as well. You know, they're taking these talented smaller studios and just
This
putting
is all
them,
Japan studio.
yeah, and just putting them on big blockbuster titles, which happen to be games that you and me don't play. um, So, I mean, how do you feel about this? Do you think this is a signal that the industry is shifting more towards this direction, or has this always been common practice?
Well, I agree with you on all points, and just to elaborate, this is kind of in tandem with our conversation about Microsoft wooing third-party developers with a lower charge to be on their platform, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So the thing is that the B level game has kind of died with the inflation of game development prices, and so like I'd say Crash Bandicoot is probably a B level game. It's not a triple A game. Um, and you see the sales for that, and you look at Call of Duty, who that's billions of dollars, is probably one of the best selling franchises of all time. And business speaking, it just makes sense to focus all of that rather than Crash, who comparatively speaking looks niche.
It is. It's a very difficult platformer, and not many people would enjoy it.
And so there was a lot of variety in terms of these older school games that we got, and I'd say anywhere from Nintendo to Super Nintendo.
Hmm.
Larger developers like Capcom and Konami, they were churning out games. There were so many different games that came out during that time period because development costs weren't as insane,
Yeah.
and the to develop those games, they didn't require as many resources as games development is now. And so to fill in that void, we're getting that from third-party developers,
Yeah.
with indie games. And it's unfortunate that these larger scale development studios like EA are focused on the AAAs. And that's kind of where the industry has been going.
Yeah.
And so like I don't know how to counteract this, because we have darlings like Hades, a smaller development studio,
Yeah.
brings out an incredible game, people love it, but it doesn't sell anywhere near like something like Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do we, because I mean there is such a thing as voting with your wallet, but
Yes.
there's also a thing like majority rules. And if the majority of the money is going to something like Call of Duty, that's what we're going to be seeing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think there's a couple things that people like you and me can do. One, you can buy the game when it comes out, right? That's obviously one major thing. The initial sales numbers are huge when it comes to
They are important.
studios deciding like, are we going to do another one, or is this the last one? So I bought Crash. I pre-ordered it, bought it full price. So I guess I did something, even though that's very small. Another thing,
You need to buy hundreds of
I
copies.
know. Another
Hundreds of
thing,
copies, gift them to everyone.
another thing you can do is you can create content with the game.
What do you mean by that? Create content? Oh, like like putting it on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
you can make like funny videos, gameplay videos. You can do tutorials. You can stream it. Anything.
pretty much marketing for the game.
Yeah, yeah. It's like independent marketing for the game. You're helping the game out, So I would say if you know of games that like you're afraid are gonna go away, like what's happening right now, show people why you love the game. Let them know, like, hey, make a funny video like this is why I love this game, and it might get somebody to play it, because that's to be real. That's how I started playing Dark Souls games, was watching people stream it on Twitch. And I was like, oh my God, what is this game? Like, I know you started immediately with Demon Souls, but me, it took a little longer. And for me, it was like when I saw the wolf, what was the wolf's name again?
Sith.
Yeah. When I saw that giant sword in his mouth and him like swinging it around, I was like, I must get this game. And
you will be mine.
that converted me into a person who has bought every single game that From Software has come out with full price. So it makes a difference.
The thing, those games are, I think. Oh, wait, are they considered AAA games now? Like something like Bloodborne, Sekiro, are those not considered AAA now? I guess I don't know the standard for AAA. I wouldn't say so. I'd say that their numbers, but I mean, Bloodborne was a system seller.
Yeah, some of them can be considered AAA, while others, like the original Demon Souls, the original Dark Souls, and even Dark Souls 2, they're probably not AAA games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there you have it. Those are a couple things you can do to support these games and these studios. And if you watching know anything else that can help, like, I don't know. I mean,
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Like, because short from buying it and marketing
buying it multiple times.
Yeah.
Like I said, like Nier, I've purchased multiple copies.
Yeah.
I purchased it, at the very least twice each console, and I'll be doing it again soon.
Yeah.
Hades, I bought digitally first because that's where it came out digitally, and then I purchased physical when it was released physically.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted physical.
Yeah.
And so, there is double dipping, but then that's, I guess, in terms of supporting
That's
the
another
system.
option.
And I've also stated before that like that $70 price point that Sony
Hmm.
is charging is a little much, and
Hmm.
I practically don't want to support that. But in terms of a game like Returnal, which is from a studio that I really want to see survive
Hmm.
and succeed, I went ahead and I made that purchase. I purchased that day one,
Yes.
and that was a purchase in terms of uh, principle,
Yes.
not just for the game, because I don't know if that game is worth $70. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, like me wanting to support Housemarque and loving their previous games,
Hmm.
that kind of like adds into the equation.
No, you're right. You're right.